So we had been trying to have a kid for a year since we were married. We actually started trying before we got married.
Yeah.
And because it didn't work out, our doctor sent us to get a specialized test called the HSG.
Mm-hmm.
And the HSG, they put a liquid into your fallopian tubes and then it drops into your uterus to check the flow that the sperm would actually take to fertilize an egg. The doctor said, I'm gonna try and push more liquid through you. And when that didn't work, she said, I am so sorry to tell you that you won't be able to have babies the regular way. And I said, what does that mean? And she said, the only way that you can have kids is if you do IVF. So Hector was in the waiting room when I got out of that test. And we just looked at each other. He knew something was wrong by the way I looked at him. And we walked towards the elevator. It was 3 floors down. And I broke down on the elevator and I told him I was sorry.
And she had no reason to be sorry.
That I couldn't give him the kids that he so wanted.
We want it.
Because I was handicapped in the department of fertilization.
Emotionally, she was very broken apart. She cried, she apologized, and the reality of it is that she had nothing to apologize.
Yeah, but at the same time, I was ashamed. Because Hector wasn't ashamed because it wasn't his handicap. It was my handicap, so I felt less of a woman, which I know a lot of women that go through infertility treatments, that's how we feel. Technology has gone a long way, science has gone a long way, and we're still ashamed of using that technology to help us get the families that we want and deserve. So we actually came out of our, what we call infertility closet on Infertility Awareness Week on 2019. So it wasn't that long ago. Note, our first kid was born in 2013. So we were in this closet for a very long time. But in general, we wrote an email. We had the embryo picture of both our kids with their current picture. And we sent it out to all of our family and friends that had no idea we had gone through this treatment. And the response was amazing. We got some calls asking us for forgiveness for pushing the subject. We got some calls asking us about how it works because they had no idea about any of the steps we had to take. And we definitely received a lot of love from all of them.
We, in a certain way, you look back and you're like, maybe we should have come out and be more open, more transparent with people. But the journey and everything that you go through, it's the highs are the highest and the lowest are the lowest. And there's times that you want to reach out to people and then you may not. There's times that you just want to shield and just go to your corner and go to your comfort zone and figure out what are the next steps and how to move it forward. We have 2 kids, 2 IVF kids, but there were 3 trials three treatments that we went through it. One of the biggest problem or one of the biggest things is on our second treatment, we never spoke about it. And it wasn't until we actually spoke about it and we had a plan and we wanted to say, okay, this is what we're doing and this is how we're doing, that we actually had the courage to start this journey again. And as being as part of it, as involved as I've ever was, I wanted to be there for her and every step of the way.
We actually spoke with our specialist in Florida and we needed a referral to a doctor in Colorado, and they actually referred us to CCRM. And they said, we're great, but they're the best.
Trust, because that's the main thing on this, trust. Trust the doctors, trust the staff, and CCRM does a great job at making us part of it.
Trust the system.
They made trust the system, but trust the people. For me, that's just the most important. Trust the staff, trust the doctors that we deal with. From the moment that we walked in, we felt that it was people knew what we were going through. They care about us, and we knew we had a chance to be successful. And hearing that cry on July 6, 2018, that was the end of our journey. That was just the best time.